What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. 2022 is almost at an end. 2023 is about to come upon us, and I wanted to talk about some of my favorite games that I've been playing over 2022. Now, some of these games did not come out in 2022. Some of them came out last year, but wanted to give you an overview of some of my favorite games and give you some of my thoughts on it. So let's get right into it. The first game that I have up here is called Figment, and Figment is an action adventure game set in the human mind. Players control Dusty, a creature made of pure imagination, as he travels through the subconscious mind to defeat the fears and doubts that have taken over. Along the way, players will encounter quirky characters and solve puzzles to progress through the dreamlike world. The game features beautiful hand-drawn graphics and a catchy soundtrack. I loved the music in this game. It was really fun to interact with all of this, and basically the entire game is musical based, and you get to use parts of the touchscreen of the Switch, which I don't think I've ever really utilized before. You touch the touchscreen and basically everything is interactable. So each one of these levels has various platforming, and they all have a distinct type of feel to them, but they're going through various parts of the mind. So it's really cool. Nothing too complicated with the combat. You're basically have a swing, you have a charge, but a lot of this is very puzzle based. Your combat is basically just a way to get life back and to just move around the world. So, but it's mostly just puzzle based stuff, but it's very relaxing and chilled puzzle mechanics. There's a couple of hard ones a little bit towards the end. I remember one that I played that was more of a platform where you have to walk on a series of squares to be able to get to the end of it, and it was a lot harder than I thought it was, and I had to go back and reorient myself as to where I was going. So yeah, it was really interesting. But the boss battles were really cool. So each specific boss, and I think there's about 3 of them in total, embody a specific nightmare in which you are trying to eradicate from this person's mind, because there is a actual narrative within this, and you're dealing with trauma, but each nightmare has specific aspects, and they also have a specific theme related to it, which the themes in each of these bosses are really cool. They're not hard mechanically by any stretch of the imagination, but they are really fun to listen to and sit back and to interact with as you're going throughout this narrative. They have a sequel planned for 2023, and I'll probably look more into it and figure it out, may play it on the channel. Really cool game. Next game I have up here is a game called Spiritfarer, and this is from Thunder Lotus Games. It says, in Spiritfarer, players control a character called a Spiritfarer who is tasked with guiding spirits to the afterlife. As they journey through the world, players will encounter a variety of spirits, each with their own unique personalities and stories. Players can build and customize their own ship, cook meals, and gather resources to help their spirits move on. The game has a cheerful art style and a heartwarming story about friendship and saying goodbye. And man, if this isn't the cutest little Grim Reaper that I've ever played with, I've never played a game like this before. In fact, this is one of the few management sim games that I've ever really played. I'm not really into management sims. I think they're really cumbersome and they take up a lot of time, but something about this game really spoke to me. I don't know where I saw it at first. I think I saw it maybe on a different YouTube channel, or maybe I saw it on a tweet, but what immediately stuck out to me was the art style. As you can see, it's really beautiful. A lot of the character animations are very fluid and just really nice, and the way that you interact and you move about the world is just really good. And it's, again, very chill and relaxing, just like Figment is. You can find this as a theme in some of the games I play. I'm someone who does a lot throughout my week and a lot throughout my day, and I really like to play games that are very relaxing and chilling to me. Some of them, a couple of them here are not as chill, but this one is very chill. Love the music in this as well. Good soundtrack in this, and at the time of this recording, I haven't really finished it. Kind of put it on the backlog because there were other games that were coming out. I definitely need to get back into it, need to finish it at some point. Spiritfarer was a lot of fun. And did you play it? Are you playing it right now? I hope you get a chance to get into this at some point. Yeah, Spiritfarer was a lot of fun. I don't think this game needs much of an introduction. It's Metroid Dread. Everyone who's anyone knows about this game. And I'm late picking this game up, but for a very specific reason. I have never played a Metroid game before, and so before this game was released, I wanted to actually go back and play one of the older Metroid games. So I went back and played Super Metroid for the Super NES or the SNES, and I loved it. Immediately fell with a lot of the mechanics. I know about Metroid, but I've never played a game, and loved the way that it was built out. And so before I wanted to get into Dread, just wanted to go back and play one of the old games. And so when I finally picked up Metroid Dread this year, I was pretty familiar with the mechanics, and it got me used to, I was able to adapt really to the newer mechanics that were involved with this. And yeah, really love this game. I'm sure everyone loved this game. It won multiple awards, including Best Action Adventure Game in the TGAs of 2021. One aspect of this game that really got me was the Dread aspect, was with messing around with the Emmys. The Emmys really got me. I think the first time that I interacted with one there, it actually scared me. I think I jumped a lot because I wasn't really sure what to do. But as you get used to it, as you fight more bosses, as you get into the world of this game, you really get used to the flow of the combat. And of course, as you upgrade Samus's abilities, you get to traverse more. You have more versatility with your weapons, more versatility with all of your armors and all of your abilities, like your bombs and your dashes and your jumps. So it's, yeah, really cool game. I don't think there's much more I could really say about this game. There's so much that has been said about this game already. I don't know what else is there to talk about in regards to Metroid Dread. Really fun game. Of course, I highly recommend it if you haven't played it already, but I'm sure a lot of you have played it. So Metroid Dread. Now, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is a game I'm just going to show the trailer for. What you're just seeing is the trailer. It is none of my gameplay, because I just think that is all you need if you have not played this game already. There is so much in this game that is crazy. It is best if you play this game blind. I really think that you should play this game blind. The less you know about this game, the better. I'll just tell you a little bit about it. You're just playing as a series of 13 characters, and you're piloting mechs, and that's basically what it is. There's nothing more that you need outside of that, because the more that I say, the more that I will give away of the story. But this is one of the best games that I have ever played. The twists, great. Loved everything about it. I would definitely rate this a 13 out of 10. And just like Metroid Dread, what more needs to be said about Cult of the Lamb? Really fun game. Nominated for Best Indie this year at the Game Awards. I honestly think that it should have been picked over Stray, because I thought this was a better game than Stray. Although I didn't really play Stray, so who am I to say how much better this game was than Stray? But in my opinion, I thought it was better. But everyone jumped on this game. This was definitely one of the big indie hits of this year from Devolver Digital. It is the darker version of Animal Crossing. Really fun. I don't know how much I can say about this, because yeah, it was really fun. If you're unfamiliar with this game, it's basically it's a roguelite. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of Binding of Isaac, where you're going through a series of maps and you're getting various abilities, and then you come back and then you're upgrading your cult. You are a cult leader and you're getting followers, and they are worshiping you, and you use that worship or anything regards to that worship to upgrade your cult, to amass more followers, to build more statues that they will worship you more. You can do sacrifices, rituals. You do have to manage how your followers are treated. You feed them, you farm, you do all these different and various things in Cult of the Lamb. Again, there's not much more to be said about Cult of the Lamb. Really fun game. Highly recommend it if you have not played it already. The next game I want to shout out here is probably my best hidden gem of the entire year. This is a game called A Winding Path by 3-Eyed Games. I'm going to read you the description of it. It says, A Winding Path is a hand-drawn adventure game about finding the beauty of the world and enjoying the little things. Explore the atmosphere of ancient caverns, enchanting forests, and busy settlements. Help colorful characters find the rain and unveil its magic. The Rainmaker awaits. In a whimsical fantasy world, the rain has ceased to fall. The rivers are running low and the crops have withered. Seeking to uncover the elemental mystery, you will find an enchanted lyre and set out on a magical journey to restore balance to the world. I actually did a full review of this. I'll probably post a link to it in the description just so you can get an understanding of what I mean by this, but that's the description of it. I really love this game. Like I said, this is one of my hidden gems out of the year. Definitely give this a 10 out of 10. There is a beauty in this game's simplicity. Everything is hand-drawn. You're playing as a stick figure, but I had a lot of feelings. I kept smiling from ear to ear in this game, and it's a pretty short game. It's about 2 hours max, so you can get through this in one sitting. It is really cool. The guitar that you get, the lyre that you get, carries the story. Even in the pause menu, there's various guitar elements in that, and some of the characters are really well thought out, really good drawn. Like I said, most of these are stick figures, but some of them are very unique. It feels like I'm playing a storybook. Like, I would play this with my kids. I would play a game like this with my kids, and they're really young. This is a very interactive storybook like game, something that a parent could play with the child. Highly recommend this game. Really fun. That is A Winding Path. And again, like I said, I will link my review of this game in the description so you can get the full context of what I'm talking about. Now, the very last game also needs no introduction. It's Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Now, Monster Hunter Rise came out in 2021, but Sunbreak, the massive expansion, came out in the summer of 2022. This is my #1 favorite game of all time that I get to play on the Switch. Hades being the second. I did a video on that already. Might do some Monster Hunter content here in the future whenever the next title update drops. Kind of thinking about that. Maybe. We'll see. But a little bit of history with me and Monster Hunter. I tried to get into Monster Hunter World back on the PS4, played a little bit of it, tried to get into Monster Hunter Generations, tried to get into some other Monster Hunter games, and I just wasn't feeling it. But then when I saw Rise was going to come out on the Switch last year, I decided that I was going to give this a shot. And when I said I was going to give this a shot, I said I was going to really commit to this game and just figure it out, because I really like Monster Hunter. I really have seen people play this and really get into it. I was like, I want to commit to this game and I'm going to get into it, and I have stuck with it ever since. I've got about over probably 600 hours in this game. It is so much fun. I play this game almost every single day. Love hunting with it. Everything about it is great, really solid. Love the wire bug mechanics that they put into this game, and even Sunbreak, they revamped some of that with adding the switch skill swap and some of the newer switch skills. Love the newer monsters in it. Love the rare species in it. I love the way that the weapons work in this. My favorite weapon specifically is the hunting horn. Hunting horn, bro, for life. Love this. Love playing Sword and Shield as well. And Sunbreak added so much to what Rise is doing. I know the development for base Rise was under pandemic conditions, so they weren't able to do all of what they could with Monster Hunter Rise. And so when base Rise came out, a lot of people felt like this game was lacking a little bit in content. But when Sunbreak dropped, they really nailed it and hit it out of the park with all of their content. Love everything that Sunbreak has been doing. Love that we are continuing to get free title updates. Currently, we are in title update 3. We got another one coming out in February of 2023, and then we got one more coming out in the spring. I don't know if that will be it for Monster Hunter Rise, but there's so much to do. There is so much content. The grind continues. Like I said, I continue to play this every single day. If you want to hunt with me, follow me on Twitter and you can find my Switch friend code and we can hunt together. And also, like I said, I will probably do some sort of Monster Hunter content. Maybe. I don't know specifically what I want to do, but I know I want to keep this more indie focused, but I just love Monster Hunter so much. It was really fun. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my favorite games list of 2022. Excited to do more things with this channel out in 2023. Excited for what the future holds. Hope that you have a very great new year. Happy New Year to you. I will see you back in 2023. My name is Chike, aka It's Basically Fun. You can follow me on Twitter at Basic Fun. I'll see you later. Bye.